In this lesson, we will understand what are constructors in Java. We will see its types with examples. Let us start. In Java, a constructor is a special method used to initialize objects. Classes have constructors by default. It has the same name as the class, does not have a return type, and is automatically called when an object is created. Constructors can be default or parameterized, which we will see in this lesson. Remember, if there is no constructor in the class, the default constructor gets called. Okay, what will this default constructor do? It will initialize all member variables to 0. A constructor initializes an object's state when it is created. These are the constructor rules. I told you the name of the constructor should be the same as the class name. If you will not create a constructor, it will automatically create a default constructor for you. Constructor do not have a return type, and constructors are syntactically similar to methods. These are the types of constructors which I already told you: the default constructor and the parameterized constructor. The default constructor won't have any parameter, but a parameterized constructor accepts arguments to initialize attributes. Let us understand them one by one. If no constructor is defined in your class, the Java compiler automatically generates a default constructor. It gets called when an object is created using new. But when you define a constructor in your class, the existence of default ends. So what does the existence of default means? It means that when a default constructor is defined in a class, all your fields will have an initial value of 0 for integer type, 0.0 for floating types, false for boolean type, and others. It also depends on the data type of the type, that is the fields. So what happens in default constructor? Let us see our first example. In the right, we have the same rectangle class with the RCT object. When we'll create this object, Java will call the default constructor automatically, and all the fields values are set to default. So we already saw the double length and double width. So when we call the default constructor, both the fields in this case will set to 0. Since we have set it to double, so the default will be 0.0 for length and 0.0 for width. Okay, so let us now see an example to understand default constructor. So here is our VS Code. We already created the Amit Java project, and this is our file for default constructors in Java. We have this class which we already saw with two variables, that is two fields, length and width, and a display function which will display the length and width values. Okay. Then we have our class, and execution begins from main. You already know that. We have created an RCT object of the rectangle class. Whenever we'll create this using new, the default constructor gets called. It is not visible because we haven't created it. So if we did not define the constructor, it will be a default constructor. But when we'll create a new constructor, the default constructor will assign the field values to 0. In this case, it is double, so it will assign it to 0.0. So when rct.display will be called, that is the following. The default values of length is equal to 0.0 and width is equal to 0.0 will be displayed using println. Let us run it. Here it is, length is 0.0 and width 0.0. So this was about the default constructor. Now let us see what is a parameterized constructor in Java. It is a constructor that accepts arguments to initialize attributes. It has particular number of arguments. Parameterized constructor is used when you have different objects and want to provide different values. So in the example, we have shown that a parameterized constructor is defined because the constructor is having two parameters. Therefore, it is called a parameterized constructor. It will not assign default values, but it will initialize with given values. Here is our example 2 in which we will create 3 objects. Okay, because we wanted to pass different values, therefore we created a parameterized constructor. Okay, so here we will create 3 objects and pass the length and width values as arguments to our parameterized constructor. Let us see the example. Here is our parameterized constructor example. We have our class rectangle with two fields, length and width. Then we have created a constructor and added parameters, so it is a parameterized constructor. What is happening here? Here we are assigning the values that will be passed here to the length variable so that we can pass our own values. After that, in the display function, we are printing it. So here the program execution begins from main. We have created three objects, RCT1, RCT2 and RCT3, and provided different values for length and width. What will happen when we'll create objects? The argument values will come here and it will get assigned to length and width. So now the length will be 5 and the width will be 10. When this will get created, length will be 8, then width will be 20, and similarly for 10 and 25. Then we are calling the display function using each and every object. First we'll call with RCT1, so 5 and 10 will go here and it will get printed here. Okay. Then RCT2.display will print the values 8, 20. Then for the third object 10 and 25. Let us run. Here it is. 5, 10, 8, 20, 10, 25. So in this way we can work with the parameterized constructor in Java. So this is what we did. We passed the length and width values to the parameterized constructor. Then we have used the display function so that we can call the three objects that will show different values. Then the display function will display the length and width of all the three objects of the rectangle. We saw what is a constructor in Java. With that we also saw the types and executed some examples. Thank you for watching.